Hello and welcome to Chairside Live. I'm your host, Megan Strong. Thanks for joining me. In this episode, Dr. Justin Chi is with us today. In the chair, he has a patient with a fractured PFM on tooth number 31. So what's the plan? Well, he's getting that patient in and out in just one appointment using the convenient Glidewell.io solution. He uses the iTero Element scanner, fast design software, and FastMill to deliver a Bruxer Now crown in the same appointment. So don't blink or you might miss it. Let's watch.
For this case, we have a failing PFM restoration on tooth number 31. As you can see, we have a fractured porcelain on the lingual, and we see this often because the feldspathic veneering porcelain that's often used for PFMs typically is very weak, somewhere around 80 to 100 megapascals of flexural strength. And that is often what we see in dentistry, the non-functional cusps that shear off. And in this case, unsupported lingual porcelain material on this restoration sheared off, exposing the metal substructure. So we're going to go through and replace this for the patient in a same-day process utilizing the Glidewell.io Chairside system. And this is a great system that brings the best innovations in materials and milling technology right into your office. So we're going to start off by removing the old PFM. I like to use a carbide 557. We're going to make the initial cut on the buccal and occlusal, and I'm able to get the crown remover within there. Because of the pliability of the material, it's able to wiggle off relatively easily once we make those cuts. And at this point, it's just a matter of cleaning up the prep, refining the prep, ensuring that we have enough reduction and the preparation follows some guidelines that we'd like to see for CAD/CAM restorations or CAD/CAM preparations, which is enough reduction and smooth, rounded internal angles. I like to use the 1.5 millimeter prep check tab to ensure that I have enough room not only for the restoration but also to get proper contours and anatomy for this restoration. And that additional articulating paper strip that I put between the prep check tab and the preparation, it will help show and reveal where on the preparation I may not be reduced enough. Then here I'm placing a 000 cord. This helps to displace the tissue more apically, exposing more of the margins, and I'll take a 856-014 burr, now round-ended tapered diamond burr, to refine the margins, drop those a little bit more apically, and this helps to create a deep chamfer on the preparation. I like a deep chamfer on the margins. That helps to create a nice base. It helps to create a smooth, rounded internal angle on the preparation. Once the preparation is complete, then I'll follow the 000 cord with a larger size 2 cord, this orange cord here. The second cord is larger to help displace the soft tissues away laterally from the preparation to help expose the margins even more. We'll leave the cord in for about 5 minutes. And once that's set for 5 minutes, then we'll remove it to scan the actual preparation. With the Glidewell.io system, we have a partnership with Align Technology with their iTero Element scanner. It's a very easy to use color scanner. As you can see, it uses sort of a video capture to, as I sweep along with the camera, you can see the information is added immediately. You get immediate feedback on what's missing, where you're capturing the information. So we'll go through a process of 3 scans, one of the opposing and of the preparation. And since it's like a point and shoot camera, we sweep along the occlusal, then we rotate to the buccal to capture those aspects, and then also the lingual to ensure that all the undercuts and everything are added on. Then the third set of scans, the final set, will be of the bite registration, which is taken with the patient closed completely eccentric. It's always a good idea to practice this with the patient beforehand, especially when they're numb. to ensure that they are biting down correctly. And asking them to bite down with a little more force typically will help ensure that they are fully down in centric. So it typically takes about 2 to 5 minutes for me to scan all the information that's required of this sort of digital triple tray. For this particular scan, it was right about 3 minutes. And what's great about these digital impression systems is the ability to actually see. They have a feature where you can see the clearance, the occlusal clearance, and if there's any additional reduction that's needed, it is easy to go back and modify the preparation right then and there and go back to rescan. And it's nice to actually just rescan the area that was modified. You don't have to redo all of your scans for the impression. Once the scans are completed, we're now sending the file off, the digital impression, over to our Fast Design software. The Fast Design software will begin at the margin step, where hopefully if there's enough tissue retraction, this step is relatively quick. So by doing a double cord technique or whatever retraction process or procedure you like to go through, it's going to be extremely important to save time during this margin marking step. Once the margin is completed, that's the start of our crown. We move on to the design part of the software. And Fast Design will create a beautiful proposal based on the adjacent teeth and the opposing dentition. There's really no modifications required to the actual design. There are certainly tools available to move the restoration, rotate, and even move specific parts to drag and change shapes, change contours, change cusp positions. But I like the way that the proposal came out. So all I need to do is set the contacts at this point. So I set it to my preferred settings for the occlusal contacts. You can see we're at a negative 200 by default. I just bumped that up to a greater negative 220. And that is to provide some additional relief from this static stone digital model because the teeth don't really compress the way that it does intraorally. So we have to create a little bit of relief digitally so that once it's seated in the patient, there's minimal to no reduction or additional occlusal adjustments required. For the proximal contacts, I like to set those at 20. That's a positive 20 microns of contact. That's how much it's coming into contact with the adjacent teeth. Once the contacts are set, here you can see with the opposing models in place, we can evaluate the cusp-fossa relationship and create the type of occlusion that would be ideal for the patient. Advance to the next page where we get a little preview of the restoration within the block and then fire that design off to the Fast Mill software. Now I'm loading the Bruxer Now block into the Fast Mill, and this is the only monolithic fully centered zirconia material available for CAD/CAM systems. And fully centered means it's already at that extremely strong 1,000 megapascals of flexural strength. And because it's fully centered, this unique shape to the block helps to minimize the amount of time it would take to mill out a restoration. Once the milling process begins, you can see there's a heavy water spray to ensure that that burr stays cool during the entire milling process. So after about 35 minutes, we have our Bruxer Now restoration completed, and the mill also goes through a process of minimizing the sprue size to help cut back on the amount of finishing that's required for the restoration before delivery. I am applying some low fusing stains to this. This step is completely optional because with Bruxer Now, since it's already in that fully centered state, it's ready to go, but it is monochromatic. Typically, you can just polish this with a diamond polishing paste to create a nice shine on it and deliver this for the patient. But the dental technician in me often does take this optional step to increase the chroma and match the adjacent teeth just a little bit more. And this oven cycle is about 10 minutes with low fusing stains and glaze to help enhance the appearance of the restoration. But here's our finished restoration, our finished Bruxer Now And I will deliver this with a resin-modified glass ionomer cement. I typically will use 3M's Reliax Luting Plus, which is their resin-modified glass ionomer. It works well because it's easy to remove the excess cement, and we have a very strong restoration that can be held in place without the need of bonding the restoration in. So here's the final restoration. We have a very strong crown that we replaced for this patient. We were able to successfully replace the defective PFM with this same-day Bruxer crown using the Glidewell.io Chairside system. If you're interested in learning more about the system, please visit glidewell.io. That's .io, not .com. Glidewell.io to learn more about the technology and materials available for you and your patient's benefit. Thank you so much for your time. Back to you, Megan.
Thank you for that, Dr. Chi. Well, that about wraps it up for this episode of Chairside Live. So on behalf of everyone here at Glidewell Dental, thank you for watching, and I'll meet you right back here next time.